Hey, it's time to get down Chroma, this painting that I finished a week and a half ago by now, but I haven't had the time to film this video yet, so here we are. I'm filming this a day before it's going up, so on Friday, so really almost real time. But yeah, let me start getting down and then start chatting to you because I have a few things to update you on. These are the ones that we're going to go dekit today, and I am dekitting them in my storage thingy that I always use, where I have these little cards in that I made with the DMC number on top. And then I have, for most colors, I have a few different bags. And this one, for example, is the Diamond Art Club drills, and these ones are just other drills. I like to keep them separate just because of the quality difference. So I have 4 of these boxes, these big things. So yeah, I have built quite the spare drill storage stash. Whoa, that was a big word. This is one that I don't have any Diamond Art Club version of, so I have also my stickers over here. I have my, I was going to say I have my little paper inserts here, but these aren't the right size. So I'm just going to do it without the inserts today because I don't have all the stuff that I need here with me to make the new inserts. I don't have scissors, I don't have these papers, so it's just going to have to do for now. So yeah, I'm going to put them in here, preferably without this little thing. But as you can see, some colors have really different dye lots. This is Diamond Art Club version, and this is, I don't know where this is from, but really such a different color, so I'm not going to mix these two together. So I'm going to keep the two bags separate, and that was the first one. Moving on to the next one, 209. I have quite a lot of those. 2 versions of Diamond Art Club. You can see some companies even have very different dye lots just amongst themselves. This is way darker than this one is, and this new one seems to match that one pretty well, so I'm just going to put those in here and hope I don't spill, because I also don't have a tray with me. I thought I was well prepared for this video, but apparently I'm not. But it doesn't matter. It's going to get done anyway. I'm really looking forward to getting this over with. Not that I really hate the process of dekitting, but it just takes a while, and it's not actually diamond painting, so it feels like a bit of a waste of time sometimes. But I know a lot of people do like watching these videos, and that's why I also like making them. So I hope you enjoy this video, and I'm going to take the opportunity to tell you that if you enjoy these videos, it would really help me out if you would like this video, comment down below, and of course subscribe to my channel if you want to see more. I usually say that stuff at the end of each video, but I think, I know a lot of people already clicked out by that time, so then you probably won't hear it. So I thought I would say it at the beginning of the video for once. I put washi tape over this first and then the actual sticker, so it's easy to take off. So I'm thankful that I did that when I was kitting up. 304. Looks like I didn't have the inserts last time either. Yep, that's me. I do like being organized, but I'm also sometimes just being lazy. But yeah, I said there was a lot that I wanted to update you on, and there really is. I don't know if you have followed my posts over on Instagram or my community posts over here on the community tab of my channel. But earlier this week I decided to that I needed to take a step back. As you may know, I'm almost 30 weeks pregnant right now, and it's getting to me a little bit, which makes sense. It's not a small thing to be in the 3rd trimester. It's just heavy on the body, heavy on the mind as well. And I was just pushing myself too hard for the last, what is it, a couple of months. And I needed to take something off my plate. That's basically it. I was contemplating on what that was going to be. I'm also still working my regular job, obviously, even though that's not obvious for everyone, but for me that's obviously. I'm a dental hygienist, if you didn't know. That is also a pretty physical, demanding job, even though it may not seem like it if you just look at it when you go to the dentist. But you're sitting in a pretty uncomfortable position all day, and especially with the growing belly, you have to lean forward more and more, and that strains your back and also strains the belly. So that made it that I cut back working to 75% in over a month ago, beginning of January, I think it was. And then the beginning of this week, I was, in the weekend, I was just overwhelmed, and it was all too much, and I'm stressed out, and and I had a lot of pain, and something needed to give, and I decided to obviously to chat with my bosses, and we decided that I would cut back to half time, so not 75% anymore, but back to 50%. So working only the morning or the afternoon, starting right away of this Monday, last Monday. But I knew that wasn't going to be enough to keep me sane, to keep me going for another 10 weeks. So I also decided that something that I was doing on the side besides my day job also had to give, and I didn't want that to be YouTube because that's what I enjoy most. And yeah, I just want to keep that going for as long as I can. So that meant that it had to be my Etsy shop. I'm not stopping my Etsy shop, I'm just pausing it for the moment. So I decided to give you guys a few days heads up. Those few days have gone by now, so if you're just hearing this now and missed the announcements, I'm sorry. It's too late now, but I decided to keep my shop open until yesterday afternoon, so give you guys a few more days to purchase something if you still wanted to, because now my shop is going to be closed at least until the baby is born, which is scheduled to happen mid-May. So, as I said, 10 weeks from now, approximately, of course. That is just going to give me some well-needed mental peace. Just one thing less on my plate to think about. It's not only making the actual products on Etsy. I've talked about this before. There is a lot more that goes into having an Etsy store than just making the products and shipping them out. It's also the keeping inventory and buying supplies and keeping your administration for that correct. And then obviously the actual making, the posting, the making the orders ready, the shipping, the taking the orders out, all that kind of stuff meant that I was busy with my Etsy shop every day of the week. Not always very long every day, don't get me wrong, but a little bit every day. And that was just something that I really wanted to let go of now. As I said, it's just temporary. I'm not going to close my Etsy shop forever because I do really enjoy it. And I know a lot of people also enjoy the stuff that I sell. Not to toot my own horn, but you know what I mean. It would be sad to give up on it completely, so I'm definitely not planning on that. But I'm also not setting a date on when I'm going to reopen, just because, yeah, having a new baby, I don't know how life is going to go. I don't know what kind of baby we're going to get, if he's going to be easy or if he's going to need a lot of attention, if I'm going to feel good after giving birth, if I'm going to feel terrible, I don't know. So it might be just a few weeks after he's born that I'm going to reopen again, but it also might be a couple of months. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not going to make any promises on when that's going to happen. So I hope if you like my products or if you've never tried them and you want to try them, you stick with me until I'm ready to get back to that part of diamond painting again. That was the first thing that I wanted to talk about. And it actually meant that these last few days of the shop being open, a lot of people, other people were promoting my shop just to help me, obviously, which I'm really, really grateful for, and is really sweet of all of them. But that meant I also have had an insane amount of orders to pack over the last few days, mainly yesterday. And normally I would have been fine with that and have calculated that in, because I knew there were going to be more orders if I announced that the shop would be closing soon. But I didn't anticipate getting sick. So that was really, really fun. I don't know what I did. I probably just caught a bug, a stomach bug, but I was on the toilet and in front of the toilet a lot in the last couple of days. And yeah, I just couldn't do anything. I just, at work, as I said, I just started working half days instead of 75%, and then the second day that was supposed to be happening, I already had to call in sick. I couldn't do anything on Wednesday. I was in bed all day and throwing up and all that fun stuff. So that was a bit of a bummer, not only for me, but also for my job and my patients. I'm through the first box now. I'm sorry, that was a sneeze. So moving on to the second box. But as I was saying, not only to me, but also to the woman who's doing the reception at our work, because she had just rescheduled a lot of patients to fit my new schedule of working half-time. And then I had to call in sick, and she had to reschedule them all again. Which of course is not my fault, I know that, but it does feel a little bit, what's the word? Yeah, not hard, but I'm going to use the word hard. It's just hard to deal with for me. I feel guilty, and yeah, it's not what I want to do, but I just couldn't. I couldn't come into work. I really, really couldn't. And then it started on Tuesday, and then I was sick Tuesday, Wednesday, and then Wednesday night I had been throwing up and all that kind of stuff. And then I started to get really bad cramps in my stomach, and they came and went, and then a few minutes later they came on again and went away again, and I couldn't talk through them, and I was getting scared because they seemed a lot like labor contractions, and I knew deep down they probably weren't, because I wasn't even 30 weeks pregnant yet. But still, they were coming on, going away, really painful in my stomach, just like I had when I was in labor with Dex and Nate. So yeah, I got a bit scared, but mostly my husband got scared. He also thought like, whoa, is this baby coming now? So we called the midwife, and she obviously said, she asked me if I thought I was in labor or if I thought I was just really sick. And at that point I said, I think I'm just really sick, but just to be sure, we wanted to call, just so you know. And then she said, keep an eye on it for a little bit. If it continues or gets worse, you have to immediately call us back. But if they subside, then we're just going to come over Thursday morning, and we're going to check if everything's okay with you and baby. And luckily, pretty quickly after we called, they did subside, the cramps. And I had actually a pretty decent night of sleep. Obviously, I wasn't better yet. I was still sick, but not as bad as I was before. So, and the next day, yesterday, Thursday morning, my midwife came over to our house and checked baby's heartbeat and my blood pressure and all that kind of stuff. And it was all good. I assumed it would be all good because I was feeling so much better than I was Wednesday night, but still it was nice to get everything checked out. So that was a big relief. So I'm still pregnant. I'm not in labor. I don't have a baby yet, which is absolutely amazing. But that also made me think how much we still need to get done before the baby arrives. We still need to get a bigger car. We are working on that. We are going to check out some cars, and my father-in-law is helping us with that. He knows a lot about cars, so he does the heavy lifting on that part. But we still need to get that new car. We also might want to switch over the other car that we have. We have now Adrie's car, my husband's car, is the one we use for getting the kids to school and all that kind of stuff, for driving around when we're together with the four of us. And then I have my car, which is a little bit of a smaller one, because I only use that for going to work or going grocery shopping or just small little things. We don't really use that with the kids in it. So we were planning on getting rid of my car because that's really, yeah, we've had such bad luck with that car. So many troubles, so many problems and things we need to get fixed all the time. So we wanted to get rid of that one, and then I would get my husband's car, but that one is a bit bigger than I would like my car that I use to go to work to be, if that makes sense. So we were actually thinking of trading them both in for one bigger family car with 7 seats. which sounds insane, but it's just impossible with 3 little kids still needing to be in their car seats, and they don't fit in a regular car all side by side. So we're going to go for a 7-seater, and not because we want to have 5 kids in the end, because I'm definitely done. After this one, I'm done. But yeah, we just wanted a bigger car. Also, when we're going to go away on family vacations and all that kind of stuff, we need to be able to pack some stuff with us, and it just seems like the right choice. But then I want to have a smaller car for me to drive to work and all that kind of stuff. So that means probably, hopefully, getting 2 new cars. Not new. We're going to go get secondhand cars. We don't do new cars. No offense if you do have or always get a new car, but I think that's such a waste of money. When you drive out of the driveway of the garage you bought it, it goes down in value so much already. So we're just going to go secondhand. But that's a pretty big thing that we still need to get done. And then we're still working on Dex's room, where I'm actually sitting right now. It's almost done, which I'm very happy about. But the decorating and all that kind of stuff still needs to get done. Last week, Tuesday actually, when I was sick in bed, I did manage to order some stuff for the room, mainly bedding and a new mattress, and what else did I order? A rug for on the floor, and we also need new lamps. Yeah, all that kind of stuff. I ordered a lot this week, and that's all supposed to be coming in, yeah, in the next couple of days. So then he could actually sleep up here, but then I still need to switch over all his clothes to this room, all Nate's clothes to Dex's room, and all the accessories and stuffed animals and all that kind of stuff. So much crap needs to be moved still. Moving on to the 3rd box, by the way. And the worst thing of it all needing to be moved, it is fun. I am looking forward to doing that. I don't hate doing that at all, that kind of stuff. But it pretty much all needs to be done in one day, in my mind. Just because it doesn't make sense to still have Dex's clothes in his old room when he's up here. And I know I'm making this a way bigger deal in my head than it actually needs to be, but I just want to do it right. I want him to feel at home in his new room right away, and not be in a room that's not finished and doesn't have his stuff in it yet. And the same goes for Nate. He will be moving, as I said, to Dex's old room and to a toddler bed. He's still in the crib right now. So yeah, that's going to be a big adjustment as well. And I want to get that stuff over with as soon as I can, just to get them used to their new room before the baby arrives, just to give myself peace of mind that everything is how it's supposed to be well before baby is here. But also because I don't know where I have this from, but I really need to rush in my mind. I need to rush. Not because I actually think the baby is going to come early, because the other 2 boys stayed in there longer than my actual due date. But for some reason I have this feeling that this one might not. I have no idea where I'm basing that on. Maybe it's just hormones, probably. But I want everything to be done. Then I can have peace of mind. And yeah, just be relaxed a little bit more about it all. Yeah. And then also there are some things that don't need to get done. I know that, but that I would really want to get done before the baby arrives. For example, get our garden in order. It's really just a messy winter garden still. And the plants need to be cut back, and the leaves need to be removed, and the furniture needs to be cleaned, and all that kind of stuff. And I would really like to get that done before Dex's birthday, which is April 1st, which means we still have 1 month to do that, because in the last couple of years it had been pretty good weather on his birthday. And then of course there are coming kids to his birthday party, and they need to be able to play outside in our garden without it being a mess, without me being ashamed of them being in there. So that's another thing that I want to get done. I also really, really want to have one room in our living room, a wall is what I meant. In our living room, I want there to be wallpaper. We actually already had a guy over who's going to do that for us, but he broke his shoulder. So we need to wait a little bit for him to be able to actually come and wallpaper that wall. I'm not about to do that myself. Definitely not now in my pregnant condition, but otherwise I wouldn't have done it myself either. I've never wallpapered anything before. I'm not going to do such a high profile big wall in our house myself for the first time. So someone else is going to do that. That is, I still need to buy the wallpaper as well. That was on my list to do that yesterday, Thursday. But we all know what happened on Thursday and Wednesday and Tuesday. So that didn't happen. So that got moved to next week. But that's fine. He's not going to be able to come in the next few weeks anyway. So that's another thing that I want to get done. We also have a dark blue painted dark blue wall in our living room, which is right by the TV and the table that the kids play and eat on sometimes. And that is really, really really gross. That wall's really gross. When we painted it, I didn't think about painting it with a paint that you can clean, that you can wash off. It's just regular wall paint, and in hindsight I really should have thought about that more and should have painted it with a paint that could be cleaned, because now it's dirty and it has holes and it has, yeah, the kids play there all the time, so it was bound to get messy, which is fine. Houses can get messy with kids, but it really looks atrocious right now. And I really would love to get that fixed before the baby is here, before all the people are coming over to see the new baby and also see our gross wall. So that was also on my list to do yesterday, buy that paint to repaint that wall, but that also didn't happen. Moved on to next week, but that's something my husband and I are going to be doing ourselves somewhere in the next couple of weeks when the kids are both not at home, because that's not going to work when they're around us. So that's another thing that still needs to get done. And I think those are the biggest things that are still on my mind that need to get done. But as you can hear, that's enough. It's enough. And then when Nate and Dex have moved into their own rooms, that's only when I can start looking what we actually have and need still for this baby. I have put out all the baby boxes that I had left over from Nate, but I haven't actually looked in them just because I don't have the space right now to get all that stuff out, to check out what I have, to check what I need. So that's also another thing that needs to happen. I had the intake with, yeah, what's that called? Kraamzorg. What's it called in English? For when you give birth, a woman comes over to help you around the house for about a week. At least in the Netherlands, they do. Oh, I put the wrong number. So someone comes over to your house to help you, mainly to help me as the mom that just gave birth, and to help the baby, to check the baby as well if he's doing well in that first week, and also to help with breastfeeding and all that kind of stuff. But I had the intake conversation for that help last week as well, and she asked if, do you have this, do you have this, do you have that? I didn't know. I think I did. I think I have most of the stuff that I need still left over from the other two boys, but I don't know. I can't remember what is in those boxes. I can't remember what I still need to get. I don't know. I need to check those boxes to be able to tell what I still need to buy. So that's also giving me a bit of anxiety that I don't know what I still need to get. As you can hear, I have a lot to do, and I hope you can understand why I needed to cut back on something and why I decided that was going to be Etsy. Yeah, so that was my big rant on all that kind of stuff. I'm going to try to talk about something else, something positive. I know this is positive. Welcoming a new baby is a positive thing. I'm really glad that we are able to do that again, hopefully soon. But yeah, it's a lot. And especially with it being the third, it's not like I have all day to spend on that kind of stuff. I also have the other kids to look after together with my husband, of course, not me alone. But still, a lot. So the other thing I was going to talk about is my plans for after this video. The next video that's going to go up will probably be the kitting up of my next project, even though I'm doubting if I even should kit up a new painting right now, because I'm not painting as much as I was, but I really want to. So I think I'm just going to do it, and that will be the carrot art painting that I showed in my stash video. I gave a little sneak peek on the image over there. I'm not going to tell you what the image is right now. One, because I don't know the name at the top of my head, but also if you want to see what painting that is, you can go watch the stash video. It's relatively at the beginning of that video, so you wouldn't have to watch too long if you're not interested in the rest of that video. But that will be the next video, the kitting up of that painting. That's probably going to go up next Saturday, because I think I'm not going to be able to have a video go up next Tuesday. And that will be the first time in such a long time that I'm going to be missing an upload, which is also a mental blockage for me. I really don't want to miss any uploads, but it's just not happening. I have a pretty busy-ish weekend ahead, Tomorrow morning the boys are getting a haircut, and that might not seem like a big deal, and it's not, but it's still a hassle. They both really don't like it when they get their hair cut, so it's really a struggle to get them to sit down and to sit quietly, and not quietly, but sit still so the hairdresser can actually cut their hair nicely. So that is the first fight that I'm going to have tomorrow, and in the afternoon it's not a fight. This one's empty, by the way. Moving on to the small one, and also almost moving on to the last box. But tomorrow afternoon I'm going to go over to my dad's with the kids. I haven't been there in a while, and I try to go at least every month, or have my dad come over here every month, and I think it's been about a month right now since I saw them, so I really need to go over there, and obviously I also want to. So, last box. He lives about 25-minute drive away, which isn't far, I know that, but still, it's yeah, half the day is occupied when I go to visit my dad. So when Nate is done with his nap tomorrow, we're going to go to my dad's. I am going to go to my dad's with the boys. Adrie's staying home. And we're also going to be eating over there, having dinner over there. So we're probably going to be home late, and then probably I'm not going to want to do anything tomorrow night because I will be tired, I think. And then Sunday I have loads of laundry to do, and maybe also a bit of organizing of the rooms already. The new mattress and all that kind of stuff should be in by then, so maybe I can put that up then. And in the afternoon I'm going to go over to my grandma with my mom, what I always do Sunday afternoon. And she actually lives very close. She lives only a 10-minute walk away, but that is also a bit of a challenge right now. For one, because I can't really walk that easy anymore. For two, because Dex is testing us a little bit lately, so he doesn't listen as well as he used to do. So he still knows he has to stop at the road and look at the cars and all that kind of stuff. He is not being unsafe, but he is running, and he doesn't really listen when I say stay close to mom. And then also Nate always used to go in the stroller just fine, but lately he doesn't really want to anymore, which makes sense. He's almost 3. He's turning 3 in May, a little after the baby's born. So that makes sense that he wants to walk, but I'm not going to be able to walk with both of them being loose. If one of them, and one of them I mainly mean Nate, because he doesn't see the danger of cars yet, which Dex does. If he runs away, I'm not going to be able to chase after him, so I have to force him to stay in the stroller right now, and he really doesn't want to. So that's a bit of a fight sometimes as well. But makes sense, and it's only for a short amount of time anyway now. When the baby's born, he needs to move out of the stroller anyway, because then the baby needs to get in. So yeah, first world problems, I know, but still. And then hopefully I will have some time and energy and motivation to paint a little bit somewhere this weekend, hopefully tonight, because I also still need to film an ASMR video for this Sunday because I haven't been able to do that as well. Yeah. A lot to do, but also fun things. I'm grateful that I get to worry, air quotes, about these things, obviously. So that was pretty much all the stuff that I wanted to talk to you about today, but we're not done yet. We're almost done. But I posted the post review of this painting, as I said, this painting, Chroma, last Tuesday, yeah. And I really love this painting, and it's actually a bit insane to me that this was only my first finish of this year, and I'm not close to finishing any of the other paintings that I'm working on, so it will be my one and only finish for a while, maybe even until the baby's born. I have no idea. That would mean that I would only have one finish in the first half of 2025, which is even more insane, but life is crazy right now, so it's all good. Can you hear my kids downstairs? They're playing with their father. And they're usually not too happy when I'm going upstairs. When I am upstairs and they don't really, they're doing something else, it's fine. But when I go upstairs and I'm downstairs, they are not too happy sometimes. So yeah, I really hope I can find the energy and motivation to paint some more tonight. Tomorrow night, I don't really see that happening after I come back from my dad's. As I said, we're probably going to be home a little late, so the kids will be in bed a little late, and then I probably won't want to paint anymore. Maybe Sunday. Maybe. It's Dex is on has off school next week because it's Carnival, and we live in the south of the Netherlands where we actually celebrate Carnival quite a lot. It's where you dress up as whatever you want to dress up as and you go party, and there's a parade going through the streets, and it's a lot of fun for the little kids, not for me. I hate that kind of stuff, but now that we have kids, I can't really get out of it anymore. So this morning Dex was celebrating Carnival at school. He dressed up as Chase from Paw Patrol, and that was really cute. He was so happy with his little costume, and he probably will wear that the rest of the day and the rest of the weekend. This Sunday, when we're going over to my grandma, she lives in the town center, I would say, of where we live, and the parade actually goes through her street. She lives in an apartment, so hopefully we're going to get there before the parade actually starts, but that depends on Nate's nap time. And then we can watch the parade from the window at her apartment, so that will be fun. I hope the kids will like doing that. I think they will. We also got a Chase suit for Nate to wear, because I was afraid that if he saw Dex wearing it, he also would want to wear it. But he did want to wear it for about 2 minutes. And then he didn't want to anymore, which surprised me a little bit, because I thought he wouldn't want to put it on at all. But I couldn't just not buy him a costume, but because what if he did want to wear it and then I didn't have any? That would be sad. So he wore it for like 2 minutes, And I did manage to take a picture, which I'm happy about because I don't think he's going to be putting it on again. But he didn't wear it after that. But Dex is really, really happy and is wearing it all the time. We have arrived to the special drills. So I'm just going to write down the number that is on here. I have a special drill storage where I keep, these special drills in. Duh. So I'm going to be putting them away a little bit later. I'm not going to do that in this video because that's a whole other box and I don't have that with me right now. But I am going to put them in bags and then I'm done. Yay! So what I was saying, circling back, and Dex is off school next week and I am off work on Monday, and not because I actually want to celebrate Carnival myself, but because a lot of the patients don't want to come on Carnival's Monday because they went partying on Sunday and they don't want to come to the dentist on Monday. So I pretty much always take that Monday off just because my schedule wouldn't nearly be full. So I'm off Monday, and then Wednesday and Friday I'm working. Wednesday I'm working the afternoon and Friday I'm working the morning. So that will hopefully give me some time next week to get some things sorted. Dex will be at home the whole week, so that will be a little bit more busy. But on Thursday is when Nate goes to daycare, always. And then my mom is going to take Dex to do something fun. So then we have the Thursday at least. Thursday morning, I don't know how long Dex is going to be at my mom's. To get some stuff done, to hopefully go buy the wallpaper and the paint for the blue wall. And maybe something else. So that's the plan for next week. And then I also have to obviously film some ASMR videos and film that kitting up of the carrot art video. Yeah, that's the plan for next week. If you've come this far in the video, please share with me your plans for next video, and also share if you've ever heard of the holiday, might be a weird word, but Carnival. It's a really, really big thing, but only in the south of the Netherlands, really. They don't really celebrate it in the north, so it's really a small part of our country that actually celebrates Carnival. Only like 2, maybe 3, 4 of the provinces out of the 12, I think, really celebrate Carnival. I might be wrong on that. Correct me if I'm wrong, if you're also from the Netherlands. But yeah. Let me know, what are your plans for next week? And maybe for the weekend even, because this is going up on Saturday. And as I said, if you like these kind of videos, please let me know that I can do more once I finish a painting, if that ever is the case again. And then, yeah, I hope you liked it, and I hope to see you next time. Hope you have an amazing weekend, and bye bye.